Hit music only.
Yes, Parson James. Welcome to Finland. This is your first time, I guess.
My first time, yeah. Thank you for having me.
If you should describe our beautiful country in one sentence now, what would it be?
Scenic, beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, that's more than one word, but hey, it's just so cool. We were riding over, I guess, the sea. It's frozen. It's really cool. All the architecture. Okay. It's really, really great.
And the reason we know you so far here in Finland is the collaboration with the Kygo in the Stolder show. How did you end up working with him?
I had written the song about 2 years ago, and it was originally a piano ballad, and it was really a favorite between me and my managers and kind of everyone involved. And RCA, which is the label that I'm signed with now in the States, also has Kygo. One of the guys there played it for Kygo's manager, and then Kygo heard it, and then he started messaging me on Facebook like, hey, can I rework this song, remix this song? And at first I was pretty hesitant because I loved it so much, you know. And then after we got to know each other a bit better, I was like, sure, take a try. Thankful that I said yeah in the end.
You have, should I say, pretty interesting background. You were born in a very small town, population with 5,000 or something like that. And you left that place pretty early. You were 17, yes. What about your mom? Back then, was she like, okay, sure, it's okay?
Well, you know, it's funny because my mom had me when she was 16. So to imagine I left at 17 to go to, you know, New York or whatever. At that age, my mom would have been having a 1-year-old, and so it's kind of really crazy. I grew up with just her, you know, a single parent, and so we were very close. It was probably very hard for her. I think she did have like a year of emotional breakdown after I left, and but she never was gonna hold me back from anything. The place that I'm from, people get really comfortable and they end up staying and they never do anything. So she knew that I had to go out of there in order to make all of this happen, really.
What about nowadays? Is she still?
She loves it. She's coming to New York. She's no, it's good. It's amazing because I grew up so differently. Where I didn't, you know, my mom never got on a plane until she was 36 or something. So now, you know, she's so happy for me, and I'm just so happy for her. She's doing amazing things too back home. It's just really cool to be in these places in our lives and be still just as close as whenever I left.
You've told about your father that he was a crack addict, and in your childhood you've seen a lot of things that you should have seen. There are a lot of drugs in music business too. What do you think about when you see someone who's high or even using drugs now?
I'm personally a hypochondriac, and I'm a pretty like clean freak, and things like that really scare me. I've never tried a drug. I do drink, but I don't know. I think it's unfortunate. Maybe people are always looking for an escape of some sort because this all gets really crazy and busy, and you can be easily consumed. But I frown upon it.
Do you still keep in touch with your dad?
No.
Let's get back to music. Was it New York when you moved to New York? Was it those times when music started to play a bigger role in your life?
No, actually, younger age. I mean, I think I've been singing in front of people since maybe I was 10 or 9. And then that sort of the passion like just drove all through my like high school. And by the time I was 16, 17, I was like, I'm going to pursue this right now full time. And then I got to New York, and, you know, in a small place that I was from, there's only so many singers, right? So I was like, oh, I'm the best singer, right? And then you get to New York, and the first time I went out to an open mic night, it's like 5 people sounded like Whitney Houston. I was like, shit. So it really pushes you to, you know, find something within yourself that sets you apart. So that's when I started writing, and I started just pulling from my own story, and that's very unique. And you know, that's what would set me apart from another person, because my story is not going to be like this person's story, right?
You like the Korean music, conflicted pop gospel.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I think lyrically I write a lot about confliction, because as a child and growing up, there were so many conflicting things just around me, you know, with just growing up in a household where I have 2 sides, 2 races. Then you have, I was kind of always in church, forced to go to church, and knowing that who I was as a person, it was conflicted because I was always told in the church that this was wrong. You can't be homosexual. You can't do those sort of things. So I think that the confliction that I experienced as a child started to play a role in when I started writing this record. And pop, I'm a kid of the 90s, and I was always listening to pop, and I think that my music's very pop-oriented, and it really came down to everyone always asking me what to call my music, and I think that just kind of said that one day, and it made sense to me.
It's just sad that you have to leave Finland very early today, but it's...
Yeah, I wish I could stay.
When are we going to see you in Finland?
Well, I'm back anytime you invite me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
NRJ, hit music only.